everyone.
Hello. So this video, we are going to be sharing with you what we did this weekend. And what we did this weekend was we took the weekend off. And we went and did some shopping. And when I say shopping, I mean we went antiquing and resale shopping. It's something that we enjoy doing together. And so we hit up our favorite spot here in Southern Oregon. And then we found two more locations that we really liked and found really good deals at and had a really good selection.
So we moved down to the area about 5 years ago. And when we did that, we had to box up a bunch of stuff. We moved into our trailer when we moved down here. And then when we finally did get a house, it's a very small house and it's been under construction the whole time we've been here.
With that being said, when we boxed up our house, we got rid of a lot. We gave away dressers, desks, took stuff to Goodwill. We downsized incredibly and kept only a couple pieces of furniture, basically. We kept our couch set and we kept our dining room set, which was an anniversary present for me 1 year. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and we had a dresser that we brought with us.
Yeah, and our bed. So
And
four things.
4 pieces of furniture out of our 1,600 square foot house is what we brought with us.
So now we are in just over 800 square foot, almost 850. It's a very small little cabin, 24 by 28 with a little loft bedroom. So our old furniture just didn't fit to begin with.
When we bought the cabin. So when we bought the cabin, it became blatantly obvious that the furniture that we had, it was large. Our dining table sat 8 people without the wings extended, so it was large. And then we had a couch, love seat, and large recliner. So again, it became really obvious that the furniture that we had was not going to fit in here. Tiny house means tiny furniture.
And so of the 4 pieces of furniture that we kept from our old house, after we bought this place, we decided that we couldn't hang on to the couch set or the dining room set anymore. So we sold those 2. So we only had 2 more pieces of furniture.
Our bed
and a
really
dresser.
old dresser.
And the dresser didn't really fit anywhere in here either, but out of necessity, we kept moving it around and finding a home for it. But it was a little bit the wrong shape, a little bit too deep for anything we have. So that actually just went away here a couple months ago. And so we are down to 1 original piece of furniture from our old house, and that's our bed.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. With that being said, we are getting to the point where we're finishing up some of the rooms and we can actually go into those rooms, like our bedroom and the upstairs loft bedroom, which will be our office. So we're finishing up those rooms and we can actually furnish them now with furniture
That will actually fit.
that will fit and be functional. So that is what we did this weekend. We really like well-made furniture. We don't like, nothing against like put together furniture, but that is just not really our style. We really like vintage, well-made stuff. So we went shopping and that is what we have our eye out for. So we were able to pick up a few pieces that will fit very specific areas in the room that we were shopping for. Just looking for very specific pieces, but we're not in a hurry. We want our house to be kind of collected over time. We want our pieces to be kind of collected and we want them to fit really well. So we're not looking to go out on a weekend and furnish the entire house. We're willing to wait and look for very specific functional pieces that fit in very specific places, even if that takes a little bit of time.
Well, and 2 that kind of fit the style of the cabin. We've got beams everywhere. There's a lot of wood elements that we've brought in. We have wood floors, so we could go down and go to Walmart or IKEA or whatever and furnish it very quickly. But it's not really the style that we're looking for.
So I think when you take and you couple the need for what we have, the need for furniture in specific places, and the fact that we really enjoy going and doing like vintage antique malls, antique stores, that's something we enjoy doing together. I think it makes it really fun to then look for very specific pieces for our home together.
Yeah, I agree. We thought we'd take a minute and share with you the pieces that we bought and why we bought them.
Yeah. All right, so first off, what we have is we needed a bedroom dresser. Now, when we remodeled what used to be the kitchen is now our bedroom downstairs, we did a lot of built-ins. So we have closet built-ins and we have drawer built-ins. However, those are not finished off yet. And we realized that we had space in the corner of the bedroom where we could put a highboy style dresser and have a place to put our TV. We don't do a lot of like watching TV in the bedroom, but we do have a small TV, so we thought we could set our TV on top of there, and it wouldn't impede the flow of the bedroom at all, but it would give us the storage we really need right now, because right now we have undergarment type things in boxes, in paper boxes, and all of our clothes are hanging, whether it be a tank top, jeans, everything is hanging and stuffed into our little closet area. So we really needed a dresser, and we really kicked back and forth a few different ones that we found that we really loved. Beautiful, but I couldn't really pull the trigger on them because I just didn't feel like they had the right feel that I was looking for. Then I decided I really wanted a waterfall style dresser, kind of like a 50s Art Deco kind of feel to it, like mid-century modern maybe. And I found one of those, and then still it just didn't feel quite right. And so yesterday, our second day of shopping, we went into a store we had never been into before, and we found the perfect dresser. And it was really reasonably priced, and so we went ahead and snatched that up.
The next piece that we bought was a desk for me. We found a secretary style desk, and it has a drawer underneath, and then it flips up, and then you have some compartments and then a slide out. Maybe like a lot of people, I work partially from home now, partially in the field. So when I'm at home, sometimes I'm in meetings, web meetings and that sort of thing. So I needed a spot to work from other than the countertop. So it's good to finally get our upstairs bedroom finally done enough to where we can move the office up into it. My pickup is honestly more of my mobile office that I'm typically in, but sometimes I am working from home, so we needed a spot for that.
You did your first meeting at it this morning.
I did, yeah. I did my first meeting at it today, so yeah, it's working well.
All right, so the next piece of furniture that we got is something that we kind of discussed, because the problem we run into is that we both work from home. We needed a place where we could both work, but not be on top of each other, in the background of each other's, picture when one of us is on a meeting. And it's really hard to do that in a really small space. We don't have separate offices that we can go to. We're going to be sharing an office room, so what we figured out that would work really well is a room partition. So we found at one of the new stores that we found this weekend, we found a really beautiful room partition, a room divider that kind of collapses down a little bit so we can move it to the side if we don't need it. But when we do need it, we can put it up to kind of give one person privacy. If the other one needs to leave the room, we're not walking through the background. Well, for instance, if I need to get up and leave, I'm not walking through the background when Robert is in the middle of a web meeting. So it is really beautiful, but with that being said, it does need a makeover. So
it's kind of old lady lace-ish.
Yeah, it's got lace panels. I'm going to be taking those out, and I'll be putting something else there. Stay tuned. You'll see that project coming up in the near future. And then we'll probably give it a really light sanding to rough it up a little bit and paint it a different color. It's kind of a bronze, like a brushed bronze look with a little bit of gold to it also. I'm not sure what color we're going to go with, but I just think an overall spruce would look really nice. So that'll be a project we'll be doing in the near future, but it is functional and usable right now as is.
And then we had a spot where you go into the office. The ceiling is very sloped in there. It's a very small room, and there's not a lot of usable space because as it goes towards the edges, it gets pretty narrow along the sides of the rooms. So we needed a very short bookcase to put up there, just to store some books and
photo albums.
Yeah, just some things that we would like to have out and have on display, but are just packed in boxes and have been in boxes for 5 years now. So
right. And the room being the way that it is, when you walk into the room, you walk in and it's it's one height across, and then the room slopes like this. And so your door is going to open, but there's going to be dead space right behind that door. And so we were looking for something really specific to fit back there. And I thought, what's something that we don't need to get into constantly that can sit and kind of live back there, but is also really functional and serves a really great purpose. So a bookcase is what we kind of came up with that could be the perfect fit. And we just happened to find the perfect one this weekend. And I was a little skeptical when we brought it home. I thought, oh, it might be a hair too tall, but it actually fits perfect in that space. And I love the bookcase. It's already had a little bit of a makeover. They've kind of given it, repainted it, and then covered it with the wax to kind of make it look old. So it's already been made over. It was a really good price, and it has beautiful detailing on it, but it's not real fussy or busy. So I felt like it fit in with the house really well, which is kind of leans more towards a little bit craftsman style with all the wood and whatnot. So I felt like it fit in the space really well in our little attic office in this little house.
Those are all the big things we got. We also got some small things as well, just some things that we liked that we thought we might use around the house or be able to decorate with.
When we go antiquing or resale shopping, we're not only necessarily looking for large pieces of furniture right now, we'll just keep our eye open for anything that we can use that we think is beautiful. We don't have just a ton of like decoration type stuff. I just don't. So, so we're kind of looking for pieces to go in specific places of our house, just like the furniture. And when something really perfect catches our eye, we go ahead and snag it. So we've got a few pieces to share with you that we really liked. First of all is this terracotta pot. It was labeled as a metal pot, but it's not. It's actually terracotta. A lot of terracotta pots, you think like, oh, I could go to Walmart or Fred Meyer and get a terracotta pot, but they're going to be kind of one note, the same, straight style. This one has some really beautiful detailing in it. So when I realized that it wasn't metal and that it's actually like terracotta, I went ahead and snagged it because it was not expensive and it is beautiful. We got this really, really cute little lamp for Robert's bedside table. I have a milk glass lamp on my side, but I loved this one because it does lean towards the Art Deco style, which I do like. The base of it's really cute. It's really pretty. Keeps flickering because I keep moving it around. I think the bulb might be loose, but anyway, it's really pretty, but I felt like it also leaned. Is the bulb loose?
Yeah. Bulb's loose.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Now, oh, look, not flickering. Who knew? Anyway, I felt like it was really beautiful, but it also leaned just a hint on the masculine side. I didn't want anything super frilly or, for his side of the bed. So.
Thank you.
I didn't want anything frilly or flowery for him, just like he probably wouldn't want for himself. So I thought it was really cute, and he really liked it. And in fact, like he snagged it off the counter last night and already switched out his bedside lamp. So that tells me he does in fact like it. I have been eyeballing brass candle holders, candlesticks on Etsy, and I haven't purchased any. I've just keep looking at them. They keep catching my eye when I see them in pictures, and I just, with the style of the house and all of the orange that we have, our fir beams pull really orange. I thought brass would just look beautiful in here, kind of paired with a lot of the black that we have. So they've been catching my eye, and I found some really amazing brass pieces this weekend. And so I was excited to be able to grab those. Another thing that I bought that I'm always eyeballing is the old style makeup cases. You'll see them everywhere when you go reselling or to antique shops. They're the old hard-sided 50s, 60s, 70s style makeup cases. The reason that they always catch my eye is because my grandmother, when she traveled, she always had hers with her. And it was funny because my grandmother was a very put together lady. She always looked really nice, had her hair done, had her makeup done. And I think that's why that she always had her makeup case in the front seat of her car. I vividly remember going on road trips with my grandmother, and she always drove like these big Buicks that had the bench front seat. And it would be a cooler with snacks and then her makeup case, her blue makeup case, always kind of rode shotgun in that middle seat. So anytime I see them in stores, it reminds me of her. And so I thought, you know, I'm just gonna start keeping my eye open for one, not necessarily for a makeup case, but I thought it would be really nice to have one for my sewing supplies. I don't have a case that I really like for that right now. So I found this one that we got over the weekend, and I snatched it because it reminded me of hers. It's not exactly the same style, but it's roughly the same color, same size. And it's in fantastic shape, and it is just so cute. So I snagged it as quick as I could. A couple other things that I got was this really pretty little butterfly box. It's tin on the front of the little boxes, and the little boxes do pull out and they slide really nicely, and it's kind of this bluey gray color, and it'll go perfect in our bathroom. So I grabbed that. And then the last thing that I got was this cookie cutter. I have the old style egg beater that I use all the time whenever I make eggs. Mostly I grab that and use it, and it has the green handle. Yes, so it has the green handle. So I want to slowly collect kitchenware that will be usable, and functional. I really want stuff that I will use, but I wanted it to match that green handle one. And I find a lot of the ones with the red handle, not as many with the green. So I found this little star cookie cutter that has the green metal handle. So I went ahead and snagged that also. Wow, I feel like really long-winded. I clearly bought more little things than Robert did this weekend.
So I did get something for myself as well. I got I think it was a 10-inch straw knife, and looks like it's in pretty good shape. The edge needs just a little bit of work, but overall not too bad. Yeah, 10-inch. Looks like it's Exto brand, made in the USA. Handles were not cracked. You know, they're whole. Everything is there. So I'm always on the lookout for vintage tools. Whenever I'm out running around, you can find a lot of them for usually fairly decent prices. So just try and keep my eye out for anything that catches my interest. I was looking at a one-man crosscut saw. I just couldn't pull trigger on that though. So that's the only tool I got this weekend. But I do enjoy. I don't know. There's a pleasure that comes with using some of the old hand tools. So I try and every chance I get, just keep an eye out for them and slowly bring more into my collection.
Well, thank you for hanging out with us today and letting us share with you the things that we got over the weekend. And we're just excited to be able to show you what place those will have in our home for the years to come.
Guys, have a good night.
Good night. Take two, snap. All right. All right. Yeah. Hello. Jasper, this is why we can't have nice things.